So we have this question with us which says, if the transformations are done for the solid graph f of x to obtain the dashed graph g of x, then we need to figure out g of x. All right. So in this question, this is f of x. The yellow colored part is f of x, right? The yellow colored graph is f of x and the dashed blue color graph is g of x, right? We need to figure out what all transformation we can do in f of x so that now this transformed f of x will become g of x, right? So just basic transformation we need to understand about this graph. This is f of x, right? Okay. So basically, if I see g of x graph, if I just consider the horizontal shift, I see that this is a parabola whose vertex is origin, but this is a parabola whose vertex is -1, -2, isn't it? -1, -2, and this is 0, 0. If I only consider the horizontal shift, that means we just need to look for x coordinate. The x coordinate is a -1. That means we have shifted the graph towards the left hand side. Yes. So now from the given graph, it is very, very clear that the solid graph fx is shifted 1 unit left. That is one transformation, right? If I shift this fx 1 unit left, what I'll be getting is f of x plus 1. Yes, inside f, x plus 1, right? So the graph will look like this. See, beautifully shifted graph towards the left hand side in horizontal direction, right? Now, to get the graph of gx, I just need to perform one action, because you can see now the vertex of dashed gx graph is -1, -2. If I talk about the vertical shift, the vertex is at -2. That means we need to shift the graph of fx, the transformed fx, which we are able to see right now, because this is what f of x plus 1. We just need to shift this f of x1 2 unit downward vertically. Yes, 2 unit downward vertically, right? So that means then 2 units downward to obtain the graph of g of x. This is g of x, right? So we had what? We had a f of x plus 1, right? 2 unit vertically downward. For that, I need to subtract a 2 from this. So finally, gx will be equal to this one. We have got our gx. The gx will be equal to what? Gx will be equal to f of x plus 1 minus 2, which is exactly matching with option B, right? You can perform this question verbally as well, because you see that first of all, this is -1, -2, and this is 0, 0. The moment you see that x coordinate is -1 shifted, you just need to add 1 in x, right? And the moment you see that -2 is there, y coordinate is -2, so you need to actually subtract 2 from the whole function f of x plus 1. So option B is the right answer. Got it? Alright, so this question says, if the graph of y equal to gx has an x-intercept of 4 units and y-intercept of -4 units, then we need to figure out the sum of intercept of the newly formed curve, which is y equal to 3 times g of 2x. Extremely easy one-liner question. Only if you know the drill, you know the concept. What is the concept? Overall, we have y equal to 3 times g of 2x, right? Okay. If I talk about this g of 2x, that means what transformation this curve has been gone to this? We have just replaced x by 2x, right? We have replaced x by 2x. The moment you see that your argument or your domain is getting multiplied with any number, that which is 2 in this case, that means all the x points or x coordinates will get divided by this 2. Yes, all the x points will get divided by 2. Similarly, if you talk about this 3, which is in multiplication with the function, so this particular 3 will make a change in graph for y coordinate. So all the y coordinate or y points will get multiplied with 3, right? This means x-intercept will get divided with 2, and this means y-intercept will get multiplied with 3. That's all, right? So x-intercept will get divided by 2. X-intercept was 4. So 4 by 2, newly formed x-intercept, right? Which is 2. And newly formed y-intercept would be what? 3 multiply original one, that is minus 4. So this is what? Minus 12. Sum of intercept would be what? You tell me. Minus 12 plus 2, which is option C, minus 10. All right, now we need to write it very, very nicely. Right, let's make notes out of this important question. Right, so this is the given information. We all know that y equal to f of kx. Any function we have taken, function of x, right? So we already know that y equal to f of kx, where k is greater than 1. Yes, for k greater than 1, point on x-axis is divided by k units. Right. Point on x-axis gets divided by k units. And if I talk about y equal to k times f of x, now function is getting multiplied with a quantity k, then y-axis points will get multiplied with k units, right? So this time what will happen for this particular graph? X-intercept, which is 4 unit, it will get divided by 2, right? So 4 by 2, and y-intercept will get multiplied with 3. So overall, what do we have? 2 and minus 12. Sum of these two would be minus 10. Of course, we already know option C is the right answer. Got it? Alright, so in this question it is given that if f of x plus y comma x minus y equal to xy, then we need to figure out the value of f of x comma y plus f of y comma x by 2. Alright, so we need to actually figure out f of x comma y first of all. Once we get f of x comma y, we can easily interchange x and y to get f of y comma x. Isn't it? So let's just focus on getting f of x comma y, right? By using this relation, we are gonna get the value of f of x comma y, or the expression of f of x comma y. How do we do that? So basically, you see that we have single variable over here, right? Then comma another variable. So what we will do is we'll put this x plus y as a single variable u and x minus y as another single variable v. Right, so that means what we have is x plus y equal to u and x minus y equal to v. Right, alright, so left hand side, if I talk about this will completely transformed to f of u comma v, that is equal to what? X multiply y. Now I want the value of x in terms of u and v with the help of these two equations. Right? So if I add these two, what do I get? I get 2x equal to u plus v. And if I subtract these two, what do I get is 2y equal to u minus v. Right? So x is what? You tell me. X is u plus v by 2. This is x. Multiply y. That means u minus v by 2. So f of u comma v, if I talk about, I'll be getting u square minus v square by 4. Right, now listen to me carefully, but what I wanted was f of x comma y. Right, in here I'll be replacing, I'll not be equating, I'll be replacing u by x and v by y, so that I get f of x comma y equal to x square minus y square by 4. That's what we discussed, right? We'll focus on f of x comma y. F of x comma y is x square minus y square by 4. So now by interchanging x and y, we are gonna get f of y comma x. So f of y comma x from that would be what? Y square minus x square by 4. Let's now start writing nicely, right? We have already decided x plus y equal to u, x minus y equal to v, so that x equal to u plus v by 2 and y equal to u minus v by 2. So f of u comma v, if I put x plus y equal to u, x minus y equal to v, you get f of u comma v equal to what? U square minus v square by 4, and eventually f of x comma y equal to u, okay, x square minus y square by 4, and of course f of y comma x, interchanging x and y, I'll get y square minus x square by 4. We just need to add these two and divide by 2. Let's add equation number 1 and 2 over here. The moment we add equation number 1 and 2, what do I get is a 0, right? And then if we divide it by 2, again we are going to get a 0, right? So f of x comma y plus f of y comma x would be a 0 by 2, that is equal to what? a 0, right? So the answer of this particular question is option C, cute little 0. All right? All right, so this question says if f of x multiply y is equal to f of x plus f of y for all values of x comma y belongs to R plus. Okay, I'll stop it over here. The moment you read half a question, even in fact this equation, I am going to write this equation all over again for you. F of x multiply y equal to f of x plus f of y. The moment you see this equation directly, just don't think anything and write f of x equal to k times ln x. Yes, this is the function related to this functional equation, right? And you all know that x is greater than 0. Of course, it is given. X comma y both belongs to R plus. All right. Now let's move ahead. Fe square is given as 2 and then we need to figure out the number of solution of this equation. Right? Okay, let's begin. Let's write down the given information. This is the given information. F of e square is 2 and we need to figure out the number of solution of this equation, right? So basically, this is first part of this particular question, right? Part 1. The first half, from the first half, we need to derive what is f of x, right? From this, we need to get f of x. Once we get f of x, we can talk about this later on, right? We'll divide the question into two parts. Okay, we already know that f of x equal to k times ln x, which satisfies this particular functional equation, right? F of x equal to k ln x, and of course, f of e square is given as 2. Why not we put e square in this in the place of x and get the value of k? So f of e square is equal to k times ln e square, isn't it? And this f of e square I'm going to replace by 2. 2 is equals to k times ln e square is what? Ln e square is 2. Right? So 2 gone, that means k equal to 1. If k is 1, then our f of x is equal to just ln x. Just ln x. So see, I told you, from the first half of the question, we need to get f of x. We've got f of x. Now let's focus on the second half, which says we need to figure out the number of solution of this equation. Now the question is extremely easy. Let's just put the value of fx, in fact, the value of f of GIF of x and f of fractional part of x over here, right? So e raised to power ln GIF of x, right? Because you see, fx is ln x. If I talk about f of GIF of x, that would be ln GIF of x, isn't it? And if I talk about f of fractional part of x, that would be what? Ln fractional part of x, isn't it? So e raised to power f of GIF of x would be what? E raised to power ln GIF of x. Similarly, e raised to power ln fractional part of x, that is equal to x square plus x. We need to figure out solution of this equation. Forget about the solution. We just need to simplify this first of all. So this would be what? E raised to power ln of something is directly that something. GIF of x. This is fractional part of x. This is x square plus x. All right. GIF x plus fractional part of x, do I need to tell you, is x? That is equal to x square plus x. X gone. X square equal to 0. That means x equal to 0 is the solution of this particular equation. But wait, there is a catch. In the question, in the starting of the question, very first line, it is clearly mentioned that x and y both belongs to R plus. Please read the question carefully. Now let me tell you, this type of question, this type of little things is important for your JEE advanced examination, right? The moment you get x equal to 0 answer, you will feel like on the top of the world, right? I've got the answer. X equal to 0 is the right answer. One solution we have got. But this time, since x is equal to 0, not in domain of this particular function, right? Already you think about f of x equal to ln x. X is equal to 0 is not accepted over here. You cannot put x equal to 0. So how come x equal to 0 is the solution of this? You cannot put x equal to 0 inside this f. So that means this given equation has no solution, right? Read the question carefully. Be alert, be attentive. Option D is the right answer. 0 solution, right? Because number of solution has been asked. Number of solution is 0 solution. Got it? Okay, so we have a question with us which says f of x plus y is equal to f of x plus f of y for all the values of x belongs to real and y belongs to real. Alright, I would like to pause over here and write the functional equation again, because I want you to remember this particular concept very nicely. F of x plus y equal to f of x plus f of y. The moment you see this statement, for all value of x comma y belongs to R, of course, you just write f of x equal to kx. Right. The only function in this world which will satisfy this particular functional equation is nothing but f of x equal to kx. That's what you need to remember forever. Right? So this functional equation corresponds to function f of x equal to k of x. You don't need to think about what we put in x, what we put in y, put y equal to 0 and something like that so that we can get the function x, because we have already done that. Right? You just need to remember, save time. Save your energy, just remember f of x equal to kx is the function which will satisfy this functional equation. Alright. Now next part is given as f of 4 is the sum of infinite series, which is this. Then we need to figure out the image of this particular curve with respect to y equal to fx. Alright, hold on. So many things going on in this question. What we need to do is go one by one. First of all, we need to figure out what is this function f of x by the first half of this question. This is the first half, right? By first half of the question, we need to figure out the exact f of x. That means along with the value of k. Once we are done with f of x, right, then the picture would be much clearer that y equal to x is what curve, and about this curve with respect to this curve, we need to figure out mirror image of, or the image of y equal to ln x plus 3. Let's tackle the second half of the question later on. Let's leave that part because we are not gonna understand unless we have this function f of x. Right? Got it? Okay. So first half of the question, we have this f of 4 equal to this, right? And we have already know by now that f of x equal to kx, right? Okay. Let's now talk about f of 4. F of 4 is 4k, right? And f of 4 is sum to infinite GP. GP is getting formed, right? Here in this GP, first term is 2 and common ratio. Can you tell me the common ratio? It is very obvious that common ratio is half. Every term is getting multiplied by half successively, right? 2 multiply half is 1, 1 multiply half is half, half multiply half is 1 by 4. So R is half. This is an infinite series. You know, sum of infinite geometric series is a by 1 minus r. So this would be what? A by 1 minus r. So that would be what? 4. Alright. F of 4 is simply 4. Right? So f of 4 is simply 4 means k equal to 1. Hence, the function f of x is what? 1 times x. F of x equal to x. Just x. Right. F of x equal to x. First half of the question is sorted. Let's now read out the second half of the question proudly. In order to find the image of y equal to ln x plus 3 with respect to this particular function, fx equal to x or y equal to x. Mirror image or image of any function about y equal to x line is nothing but its own inverse. Do you remember this concept? If I talk about y equal to x line, about this line, function f of x and f inverse x are symmetric, or these are mirror image of each other about this y equal to x line. That means if you need to find image of any function about y equal to x line, you just need to take inverse of that particular function. Yes, we are interested in inverse of y equal to ln x plus 3. I already told you, don't think about the second half of the question. The question will already unfold once you realize what is fx and c. Y equal to x is the function. F of x equal to x is the function. So the question is extremely easy. Just the inverse of this function. You know what are the steps. The very first step is to express y equal to that function. Let's say capital Fx, right? So y is already ln x plus 3. Now second is express x in terms of y. For that, what I'll be doing is y equal to, right, ln x plus 3 is there, right? What I'll be doing is I'll be taking anti-logarithm. So that would be what? Okay, so this is ln, that means natural log. So e raised to power y, equal to x plus 3. Expressing x in terms of y, that means x would be equal to e raised to power y minus 3. Isn't it? Okay, x in terms of y sorted. Now, third step, replace. No, interchange x and y. Interchange x and y, so y would be equal to e raised to power x minus 3. We have interchanged x and y, and this is nothing but inverse of this function. Let us assume this function is gx, so this would be g inverse x, right? And inverse of this function would be what? Image of this function gx with respect to y equal to x line, or function x fx equal to x. So now we have e raised to power x minus 3 as our final answer, which is matching with option C. Got it?